Theme song.
Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, do we have a treat for you? We're doing real farm. We're at the
So
farm.
far, the music's the best thing about this.
Pretty country rad. Alright, let's go new game. Alright, what? Your capital is a gift.
You
Wait,
inherited
what?
money from your parents.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Korea, obviously.
You mob of spoiled cunts. You see, Aaron, it's just so easy to buy a house. All you gotta do is save.
Yeah.
You know, save
Your
the
inheritance.
inheritance or the, $30,000 you get from your parents. I don't know, see, if if you weren't buying, like, maybe $200 worth of coffee a year, it'd just magically turn into a $30,000 gift from your parents.
Oh shit, I can jump. Why can't I jump in a farm game? That's odd.
About fucking time is, my... Ooh... I thought we were gonna actually get into the vehicle. How come there's not like a fucking can you change the fucking camera
weak.
while you're in the fucking thing?
Yes.
Hey, alright. See, now we're getting simmy.
Hey, look, there's actually a fuel gauge as well.
Yeah.
And you can vehicle controls. You can like turn the engine off. You can turn. I'm gonna have my left turn signal on at all times.
All the time. All the fucking
I'm
time.
turning left, guys.
Like, does this manifest as something? Like, will the police fucking get up your butt?
I hope this is the best farming sim ever. Like, you can.
Am I able to shoot government environmental assessment officers?
Fucking, I better hope.
Because that's,
I hope so.
That's when you know you're playing a national party approved game.
Looks like we're gonna.
Oh, fuck yeah! Dwing, dwing, twang, dwing, dwing, country!
Alright, I gotta connect this thing. Wait. Hitch front. There we go. I think I got it. I don't know.
Are there mods of these that just replace everything with black people?
Slaves.
Yeah. According to the
This would
South...
be a good VR game.
According to the South, they enjoyed it. That was... It wasn't cruel or anything.
Alright, sweet, got me a plow.
Is that what plows look like these days?
Apparently.
Fuck, man, that looks like I'm gonna, like, get the solar-powered, and it's gonna unfold into an array that lets me talk to E.T.'s parents.
This is 100 times better already than the fucking Professional Farmer 2014 we played that was janky as fuck.
Because E.T. died after a tragic... Oh, look at the trees grow in the background.
Fuck yeah.
A tragic autoerotic asphyxiation accident. They were too embarrassed to say that E.T. died doing special choke sex, so they just said he was very depressed.
Alright, I think I need to lower the hitch. How do I do that?
Rotate the tool. Da-da-da-da! I appear to have broken it.
Oh, you shouldn't keep hitting the button, I figured. Alright.
Oh, no, there you go. Alright.
Start plowing.
Now we're ready to plow. The music is...
Hey,
you fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
You didn't plow shit, you fucking... The farm's doomed. Like, this is gonna turn into a dust ball.
It's alright, I got fucking money.
We're gonna have to, we're gonna have to sell Auntie M. We're gonna sell her to the
fucking
bank.
no good bitch.
And he's gonna take rents out of her fucking ass.
I'm plowing like a pro here, baby. That shit.
I reiterate my fucking confusion of, the people who actually play these. Like, I can kind of understand, like, little pixely things where it's more arcadey things, like your Stardew Valleys and your Moonlight.
Dude. Fucking imagine like a Daytona of, like, farming sim. Gay farming!
Well,
let's kill some hillbillies.
Yeah, well, it's the Daytona version of these farming sims would be like, you've got one of those bullshit government subsidies to just grow corn that gets turned into nothing. And then, then you're right, you're good. You could just, I gotta drive my farm around.
This game's
I'm gonna still pretend I'm productive, but, not actually do anything.
This game's also getting free DLC.
Oh, well, already we're,
and guess what the first pack is called?
You didn't rotate your...
I know. Guess what the first pack is called, Gabe?
I don't know. Black
Potato pack. It lets you grow potatoes.
You mean potatoes aren't in it?
No, not the standard. Like
What's in it? What fucking...
Like, when you think farm, you think potatoes, corn, the standard vegetables.
Corn is your soy. I mean, that's the thing, like... the idea... so much farming that we think of it, that, that is done isn't like, oh yeah, the fruit and vegetables and the food we eat. Like, it's weird shit. Like, you need, fucking soy lectin to make your fucking fat kid gel lollies, thicker and gummier. Oh yeah, that's a farm.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the music though.
Oh yeah, no, this is the fucking... This is music to punch your wife to. Only, you know, so she understands that you love her, though. That's the important difference between that and just regular old domestic violence.
That doesn't work so well.
Jesus, Aaron. The country music's very disappointed in you.
Alright, guys.
You hear that slide guitar? That's the slide guitar of failure. Don't mistake its general upbeatness for some kind of celebratory. Ah, fuck, look at that, Aaron. There's a big gap there where, like, the potatoes might possibly one day go in the future.
I'm only learning. I'm a rich man. I bought a farm.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought it would be wholesome and earthy.
You're a middle-class dickbag.
Now I'm gonna start a vegan fucking diet and then realize I can't get the nutrients and give up a month in.
My favorite is when people think a vegan diet's just not eating the meat. It's like, no, you gotta, like, supplement some shit. You can't just cut the meat out and eat, like, around it. That's a high school classic. High school vegans, and they get emaciated, and you have to have a talk to them about, like, okay, look, here's nutrition. One of those, like, fat high school vegans who works out that she can eat, like, you know, the lollies she's allowed to eat that are technically vegan. Like, oh, Oreos are technically vegan.
Are they vegan?
Yeah,
technically,
because well, they're like made out of goddamn shit that Nabisco harvested out of a fucking asteroid. Like, it's the stuff, Aaron. Like, is it vegan? It's not meat. It's not an animal product.
Then it has to be vegan.
Yeah, then it's technically vegan. Yeah, there's no animal products in it, but that's fucking vegan. I mean, a meteor is not an animal, Aaron.
I could eat a meteor.
I mean, sure, this one got up and tried to run away, but the army shot it pretty quick. And then now it's delicious Oreos. Parts of it keep growing, but we've kept those parts away from the brain, so it can't really do anything. And that's where your Oreos come from.
I don't want sentient Oreos.
That's Gabe's. This is How It's Made, featuring Gabriel and Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah. You fucking Nabisco Oreos.
Holy shit! I think there's moles.
Meteor.
Oh, no.
Are there moles?
No.
Oh,
I thought I saw like a little molehill pop up.
Because we'd need to get a semi-automatic rifle to get rid of the moles.
At least a 40 cal.
Yeah. Oh, no, fucking absolutely. That's a varmint killer right there, you know. And also because, you know, I'm a farmer and my penis is tiny and I need guns. Gotta keep the moles and...
Moles, voles, and women's.
Moles, voles, libtards, black people. You don't get a lot of black people out here, though. They blare country music out of giant speakers, and that just keeps a lot of them away.
Yeah.
If
you started like playing Dr. Dre, you couldn't get rid of it.
Oh, yeah. No, one day someone accidentally left on some rhythm and blues, and then that's where we got Atlanta.
Ah.
Yeah. I went and got an MRI.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah. Which was a fun day. That was a whole day.
Whole fucking day?
Well, I had to go to, like, fucking Caboolture, because that's the only one that does it, like...
Oh, yeah, no.
You know.
It's how nutty is it, the amount of places that just don't do MRIs?
Yeah, well, they don't do them on the fucking,
Bulk bill.
Bulk bill, yeah. And otherwise, they're $500.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, a bit stiff.
Yeah,
Just like, much like my hip. But, like, every time, because I have to go to Caboolture. And, like, going to Caboolture for me is always like, oh, okay, I'm going to think a bunch of negative things about the Caboolturians. And that's unfair, you know.
You'll be a dick, you know. Yeah. They're not that bad.
These are prejudices that I've developed over years of living in the suburban hillbilly wilds. And, you know, things change. People aren't always bad. And then I go to Caboolture and have all my prejudices confirmed, and I come away feeling like a brilliant person again.
It's so good, isn't it?
Like, yeah, fucking, I swear, like, okay, one of the ways you can pick a feral is if they're just loud all the time. Like, not loud as in they're getting angry at you. That's just, that'll happen. But it's like there's an entire fucking subclass of humans that have just been getting yelled at since they got hustled onto a boat in, like, the 1800s. And just aren't aware. Like, they were yelled at from fucking 0 to death. They yelled at their kids. And, you know, now, no one knows where the yelling started. None of them even seem to know they're yelling. That's just the volume.
That's the volume,
That's the volume. That's just the volume that, like, life occurs at is just, ah! And they fit in marvelously with a lot of Australia's bird life. Like, essentially, like, the galahs and the sulfur-crested, you know, cockatoos. They're like sulfur-crested Caboolture people.
Flappy messes.
Especially because, like, weirdly frosted tips are back amongst the fucking
that's
ferals.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't. It's some of the weirdest, stupidest fucking hairstyles. Like, one that's quite common is the little Padawan plait.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that beyond... It's just a dare. Like, they want you to say something about their stupid plait. so you can like make fun of, so they they can pick a fight with you essentially.
Yeah.
But like I'm going across the road toward the place that's gonna stick me in a tube and electro fucking zap my junk, and it turns out, Aaron, you see, Scott's a cunt. Now, I know this as a cast iron fact.
Oh, dude, I don't think I've ever met many Scots that aren't cunts.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Scott's a cunt.
Last is
Because Scott's a cunt. Just like again, these two people were walking together. Like this is like you gotta measure all the variables when you're judging ferals. It's what sets me apart from just a random prejudiced individual.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still the head of the Westminster Feral Show, where you fucking wrangle these cunts up, because it's someone shouting across a road is a form of faintly inappropriate communication, depending on what you're shouting.
Yeah.
If you're shouting, "Hey, I'll meet you there," that's all
okay.
these things perfectly understandable. "I'm horny," not appropriate.
No.
Scott's a cunt is a piece of information that can wait, so you wouldn't shout that across a road. But even then, you're across a road, so the necessity of the volume, all right, tones it down a bit. You don't have true feral yet. You got to go back and, breed them in Housing Commission for like another few years. Walking beside another human being who's like less than, a fucking forearm's length away from you. And again, that fucking just effectively shouting, "Oi, nah, Scott's a cunt." Loud enough that everyone here, like everybody, I was not near these people.
Wow.
We understand that. They were like fucking, quite a ways ahead of, Scott's a cunt.
That's fantastic.
Which, and like the louder something is, the more true it is, Aaron. You see?
Of course.
That's a fucking,
That's how I knew that kid in Call of Duty had sex with my mum.
Well, yeah. Well, that and he made your breakfast that time.
I know. It was good. He made waffles.
Fucking, where did he learn to make them? Which mum do you suppose taught those fucking Xbox kids how to make waffles?
Fucking a good mum.
Yeah. It's a good mum. A good mum will teach the children that fuck them how to make waffles. That's what gets you out of a lengthy prison sentence.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. Male pedophiles don't teach the fucking 15-year-old girls they have sex with like life skills.
No, they just fuck him and leave him.
Yeah, that's why they go
Chain
to jail.
them up.
You have to. Well, you have to like fucking, I don't know, teach them how to do their taxes. Give them a bit of confidence to go out into the world. And then you get like a reduced sentence. Where did you fuck some sense into them? This lady fucked waffles into that kid.
No.
And then you get fucking waffles.
Fucking mum sex waffles are the best, bro.
Mum sex. Sound of, guitar picks up.
Anyway, back to fucking...
Welcome back to Mum Sex Waffles Farm.
I'm
Davis.
pretty sure I'm really not Matt Davis. I mean, look at those lines.
Wow. We here at Mum Sex Waffles know that when you wake up and meet the kid from Xbox Live who's just spent the evening giving it to your mother, you're a little stressed. You want something, the pure taste of country Mum Sex Waffles, to take your mind off the frustrating hassle of a snot-nosed 15-year-old who was just satisfyingly dicked your mother.
Remember that young adolescent shouting, "You're a no-good nigger" at you? Mum Sex Waffles remembers.
Mum Sex Waffles remembers. What does she see in him? You don't understand. Let the anger consume you.
He is 12 and has a 10-inch penis, so...
You want to see my dick?
Fuck it, dude.
Speaking
Speaking of ferals, like the other day when I went to the shop and my car broke down, which was terrible, but anyway.
Yeah, because like Springfield Lakes is kind of the sizzling fucking rift again.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's a really kind of upmarket area in a lot of ways, but then there's also just people who have like really small numbers of teeth.
So I'm walking towards JB Hi-Fi to just browse. I like to browse.
Who doesn't?
And
It's like heterosexual shopping.
I see this guy walking towards me on a phone going, "Oh yeah, no, I can't," like really loud. And
we're gonna pick up some witches work.
He was wearing the classic bogan young feral outfit, which is a pink cap, slight
peacock hair.
mullet, whispers on his face that are blonde because he can't grow anything,
Oh, magnificent.
crooked looking teeth, wearing like Adidas with too far short shorts and like a polo shirt.
That's like an evolution.
I know.
Because he might have a job.
Oh, and a drawstring backpack. I can't forget that.
All right, no, he's a drug dealer. I was confused there for a second.
There's
And then the
only
last
two
puzzle
people
piece.
who wear drawstring backpacks. Children
And drug dealers. Yeah, and, you know, it's like one of my favorite goodness sites is big fat adults on, like, tiny BMXs.
Yeah, or scooters.
It's just, oh yeah, because it's scooters now, because you can get scooters for like $10.
Yeah, they're cheap.
And the reality is, you know what? They are a lot faster than walking. So if I was in a mood and, you know, was just wanting to get my fucking weed or my speed, yeah, fuck yeah, scoot there.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I come to think of it, I have actually scooted to get weed.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I kind of can't talk there. That's my dirtball. This is why I'm allowed to say these horrible things about ferals, is because it's like when black people say nigger. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to because I am part of that disgusting fucking
Oh, like, look, Real Farm.
sweat-stained-
This pop-in is unacceptable to consider your name is Real Farm. I don't
know.
walk outside and see trees pop. Hey, I didn't cultivate this field.
This is...
Someone did.
Someone
my
came
job,
at night and fixed your shitty work.
probably. Unfold my tool. What is this
Did you
one?
load anything into that? I feel like stuff's supposed to be on that. Is that watering? Maybe we're
I
cultivating.
gotta activate it now.
Okay.
Activate tool.
That's... Well, now we're just fucking plowing
Are we
it
double
even more.
plowing? What the fuck is the point of double plowing?
I know, this is cultivating.
It's like double stuffed Oreos.
Yeah.
We should get Carl's Jr. for
Scoobity
dinner.
bop, bebop, scoobity bop, bebop. Fat vegans, fat vegans. You see them. They're amazing.
Oh, it's fucking.
It's
It's
one of
so
nature's
good. I'm a
greatest
vegan,
miracles.
bro.
Yeah. There's already animal products in death.
And they
How do
always
you do that?
They're always smoking.
Yeah.
So they traded like dairy for smokes. Which is just a bad idea.
Dairy for smokes.
You got some smoke.
Fat vegans.
It's like,
Fucking, and that wasn't like the only, and I think it's because they cluster around the fucking public transport, which is weird because like they have nowhere to go.
I know. I think they just ride it around,
That's possible, man. That'd actually make a lot of sense.
looking for cunts to fight,
Looking for cons to fight.
asking people for a dairy.
After people for smokes, yeah.
Hey, brother, you got a dairy?
Like, pay pass has really fucked these people up because every third cunt that asks me for money to get somewhere to buy something is just like, I don't carry
They should
cash.
get one of those like PayPass tap machines. Hey,
It's on
man,
their forehead.
Can you spare 10 cents?
Yeah,
Tab.
just bolted onto their fucking noggin. There you go. Yeah, you gave me a chuckle that is officially worth 10 cents.
Yeah, I'd accept that.
So then I went and got the fucking MRI. And anything to do with the hip is kind of peculiar. Because people are fussing around your junk an awful lot.
Yeah.
So I had to sit in the MRI, which was a lot louder than the last one I was in. Like, holy fucking shit.
Did you have a demon one?
Yeah, like, these...
I've been
Because
in a demon
I've
one.
been in one for, like, a brain scan as a volunteer thing at the uni, but I think the uni had, like, one of those fucking magic ones from the future.
Sure, that's not a CAT scan.
No, it was an MRI.
Okay.
Because it's the full tube. You're not allowed to have metal on you.
Right,
They ask
right.
you. I am kind of curious what would happen if someone like swallowed a bunch of iron filings before going into one of those.
They'd rip apart like Magneto,
Oh, that'd be
like
fucking
killing
sweet.
Wolverine. We need
That should be like how we.
Look,
that,
if
that-
someone wants to suicide, come see us. We'll
well,
hook you up.
that's how my utopian society would conduct executions. See, my utopian society does not have executions. It has executions. It just has really dynamic fun
Can
to
Owen
watch.
Wilson be the executor?
Yeah.
So he can go,
practically.
"Wow."
Yeah, and like we'll replace the term executioner, which is that has bad optics.
Owen Wilsoner?
Yeah. The Owen Wilsoner will step in.
Wow.
And they wear like this weird hood with kind of a nose on it. It's this bizarre Mr. Saturn-esque nose hood.
I can
like-
see it.
Yeah, and there's the big Wheel of Doom, and the Wheel of Doom is like, it's not that you're not getting away with whatever you did, it's just deciding what kind of wacky fucking execution you're gonna get. So
it's
there's
fun.
the magnet filing MRI. That's one of them. That's an unpleasant one. You don't want to get that. Super hanging, which is where we just attach a noose to a loaded cannonball and fire the fucker.
Face Sitting by Gary Busey.
BBW leg drop. And like, because they're having a scooch pube out the way. Because they had to, so I get the MRI and I'm in this frozen tube that screams Doctor Who guns at me. And then they take me out and they have to put me into a CT scan and inject goo into my hip so the goo, it will be more visible and
Yeah.
they can compare the two so they can see, all right, what's just precisely what's going on in here. And every lady that worked at this fucking radiology place was like, you know, this kind of middle-aged woman. So I'm laying there just having my junk fussed over by a bunch of tuck shop ladies, which is not something I've experienced since primary school. And they're like, again, like physically having a move pube, you know? And
That's
I'm
not
thinking,
fun
God, maybe I
times.
should have had a fucking, maybe I should have trimmed it a tad. I've been thinking about trimming it a tad. I think it's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I think women can hear it, and that's why none of them hit on me.
It rustles every time you walk,
Fuck
dude.
it. Yeah, that's fucking...
Like when you walked in the front door today, I got scared. I was getting mugged by a lot of keys.
It sounds a little bit like someone playing a Friday the 13th theme. Yeah, just
Wait, that's
on a
Jason,
shrub.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, it was Mama originally was what it was based on. Well, not like that's not what the sounds were exactly, but it's the concept because it was.
They should have got
was Mama.
Scatman to do that.
Scatman Carruthers got mutated by the T virus and now
I
lives
believe that.
in a fucking cave in Italy.
Like, because we've been
Fuck
watching.
off with your messages, Uber Eats.
We've been watching through the Resident Evil series, and we watched Extinction, which is the one, like,
Some of them are unbelievably bad.
oh dude, they're
the
fucking
first
terrible.
two
The first-
are adequate.
The first, one,
I think the second one's probably the best, actually.
the first one is sensible. It goes zombies, you know, defense,
You're
all
in a
this shit. It's
fucking-
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, this makes sense. Number 2 has a lot of believable shit. It has a really rad looking nemesis. He looks,
Yeah.
I think that's cool. But like, they're trapped in the church, and then fucking Mila Jovovich, like, just burst through the window on a motorbike. A window that's like 5 stories high. No, that doesn't. Why? But then number 3, the intro's
Million
like the
hoho
T
bitch.
virus killed everything. It
Yeah,
started
like that.
claiming water. It's like, how?
I know, they went from like fucking sensible to just dumb Mad Max, and holy shit, those ones are bad.
Dude,
And they-
it's fucking terrible. I didn't understand how it was that bad. And then they're all going, like, fucking Jill, I don't know, Claire's asking around, has anyone got any smokes? It's like, it's the apocalypse lady. I'm sure you would have given up,
yeah.
considering you can't get them anywhere.
You want to quit the addictions before the fucking apocalypse, otherwise you're gonna wind up a butt slut.
Also, son of a bitch, black man gets bitten and then covers it up. And it's like, dude, you've been around for
been
a long
around,
time.
yeah.
You know what happens.
That's the one stereotype about black guys that's completely 100% true. We've just never been able to test it. They always lie about zombie bites.
Damn, fucking black people and
Yeah.
zombies.
That's the one. The welfare queens was all like, just essentially made up off of one chick. Like, all of them are just bullshit, but like, no black man will ever tell you he's been bitten by a zombie. And you can test this out. You can ask any black man you see. Just walk up and accost them. Hey,
Also,
man,
the
you
dude
been bit by a
playing
zombie.
The dude
He'll
playing
lie.
fucking Wesker in that movie is a terrible casting. Because he just looks like... He literally looks like a teenager that's just hit adulthood and decided to dye his hair blonde. Like, because it's still got... Because
He looks like he's gay in the Matrix.
Yeah, it's shaved short. Wesker doesn't have short hair. It's like a...
It's weirdly Geese Howarded.
Yeah. And so you see the little fringes of it, and they're blonde, and they look dyed.
They
it's
are
like, come
a
on,
shitful
man.
series of movies that Paul Water Closet Anderson have been making just so his wife can have movies to do, considering they're probably never going to make a sequel to Fifth Element. Which is fine, because I think Fifth Element's a perfect movie as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've only done like most of it and left a big chunk of it finished, but so what? I'm your rich dad and this is your dumb novelty farm.
Don't forget to fold your tool.
Yeah, you stupid middle-class piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here,
I
you
wonder if I
fucking
can go
poser.
knock up some hillbillies.
And they gotta inject this shit. So the injection is like, you know how like just above your dick you got like the kind of dick patch where the pube lives?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not anything. Like if you shave the pubes away, it's just a sort of a patch. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's not your stomach and it's not the top of your
If
legs.
you're a woman, that's your fupa.
Yeah, if you've got like a fat fucking... it's funny because there's a fucking health insurance company in Australia called Bupa.
I know. How good is it?
It's just billowing upper pussy area. And like they're fucking digging, like it's right like like above, we're getting like maybe 2-3 centimeters away from
Damn.
shaft territory. They're jamming a big long needle into there. I mean, that they acted like it was all impressive for me to fucking be able to like handle this fucking needle, and it's like you put fucking local on me, like Jesus, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not one of your fucking old ladies that you got in here. It's fine.
Or a woman that faints at the sight of needles.
It's a bit cold. Do you want a blanket? No, it's fucking. I'm hot. Like if anything, like I don't mind being locked in a weird meat locker.
I love the cold. Like,
Yeah, like it's weirdly like, and then they put me back into the fucking doodad, and that's fine. I actually really enjoyed that. I enjoy being in the space tube with fucking noises because it shuts out bits of my brain and it's cool, so I can actually almost get some sleep. It's really incredibly
Does this
pleasant.
tractor keep changing colors? It's gray now.
So now I gotta find out, like, probably a bit of bone doing something that shouldn't, but
Yeah, you've probably got like a bone that's placed itself funny and then got calcium build up around
yeah,
it.
calcium. That's because they're talking about either grinding something down or injecting something. But it'll be sweet. Hopefully they'll get me fixed up. It'll be nice because now I at least know what's fucking going on as opposed
That's
to
the
I'm
worst.
well, that's the problem of just being used to it. Is your brain just
Yeah.
goes, oh, you're just in pain all the time.
Yeah. That's why I ignored it mine for so
Yeah.
long. It's just because it's
And
like
I'm not
I've
a
lived
pussy,
my whole
so,
life with
yeah.
fucking pain.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is,
so it's normal to me.
You mean you can stop the unending suffering that is existence? Fuck, nobody told me that. Nobody tells you this at school. You just kind of got to tank it, you know.
I will select the wheat. Lower the hitch. Isn't he a dating doctor?
Who?
Hitch. That movie with Will Smith.
I think it's just Will Smith.
I just lower the hitch and Will Smith like pops out the back. He's just planting the corn.
They should remake Hitch, but like it's literally just him dealing with like hard incels, and it's just this slow descent into just giving up. Like, no, you're not. Like,
No.
some people don't have happy endings.
No.
And you can be ugly and unfuckable. That's just an unfortunate situation. But if you're ugly and unfuckable and a piece of shit,
That's not going well for you.
I know. That's
Farmers. I give you credit, farmers. Oh, this is boring as shit. I've fucking plowed this field like 4 times.
This makes racism make sense, because, like, I'm sitting watching this, and it's just making me hate something.
I know.
And it can't be me, because I'm good.
Well, that's what
So-
happens. They just sit there in the sun all day brewing.
I know, just
the hateful thoughts.
fucking
It's like
black people, that's it.
Who should
It'll
I
do.
hate today? I know Spix. They're like,
Mexicans. That'll fucking someone who's not me. Someone who's fucking not responsible for me just fucking trundling this thing around, staring at infinite brown lumps and fearing the bank foreclosing on my wife.
I took me cows.
Yeah.
That cow was my wife.
My cow wife. Oh, where are you, cow wife?
Moo.
Mutilda, no!
Moo. It's the really gay feminine moo.
Moo. Vile moo.
You reckon they just ever get bored and do doughies? Tractors?
They must. Like, because again, it sort of explains the gun thing too. It's like, I can understand not being confused why other people are bothered by guns when you have guns and nobody else around you for like a bazillion miles.
Yeah.
Because, like, who are you gonna scare? Like, your wife and kids? They're wearing 3 guns right now.
Your son is a gun.
Yeah. Your son's a gun from when you had an affair with your blunderbuss.
You call him Beretta.
Ah.
One day a man will make fun of him so much that he'll get a sex change
This
and
is-
become a Walther PPK.
The lady of guns. That's the reason why James Bond used it, because he refused to finger anything that wasn't a chick.
Believe that?
Come to me, Walther.
Are those movies good anymore?
Tilda.
I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
The books are apparently quite interesting. My brother's read all the books, and he says they're they're sort of quite different.
Who was your favorite Bond?
Weirdly, I'm kind of torn between, like, I really like what Timothy Dalton did with the character, and I've really enjoyed lots of fucking ideas in the Craig Daniels, the most modern ones.
Right.
Like, there's a lot I like about them, even though I think a lot of the movies are sort of shithouse or fall apart or just skipped good ideas
They've
in
just
favor
become
of bad ones.
Bad action movies.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Craig. What did I say? Did I call him Craig Daniels?
I think so. I just rolled with it.
Close
Sounded
enough.
right, yeah. Jack Daniels is my
Yeah.
favorite.
Craig D.
I like Roger Moore.
You know what's weird is they wanted Roger Moore first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like back before Sean Connery, because he'd been in some show called The Saint, which was kind of similar, or has like he was leading man in this show, and it was him basically wandering around being suave punch McSex.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he is a suave motherfucker.
yeah. Well, I mean, again, if I think the sluttier you are, there's a slut to death proximity ratio.
Yeah.
Where the closer you are to maybe dying any minute, the fucking, like, why care about STDs?
Absolutely.
Like, I've you know, fucking 20 minutes ago, a lunatic was shooting a laser at my dick. Don't really care.
Also, Q can make like a jetpack out of a pen,
Yeah.
so I'm sure he can cure AIDS. Just saying.
Q fucking having a rub salve on Bond's dick. Just a fucking Gen Bond. Like,
Dude, you know the sad thing is they made Rare started working on a GoldenEye like remaster, and it was a proper remaster, not the reloaded one they brought out that changed everything.
none of your wheat number is going down. Are you sure you're wheating?
Well, I clicked the wheat and the meter's going up.
Oh, okay. Must be.
So yeah,
It says you've had
I
2,772
know.
wheat for like.
I don't fucking.
I mean, I do hear the telltale hiss of wheat.
Oh yes.
Look out. The wheat.
Wheat's coming. So yeah, they were remastering GoldenEye, a proper version,
Yeah.
at 60, you know, cleaned up texture and stuff, but still the original game. And the most interesting thing about this version was there was an option in multiplayer to normalize character height. So now in my head, I'm like, which way does it go? Does it go down? Does it go up? Like,
Everyone is on job size.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a midget Natalia, or a giant odd job the size of Jaws,
Yeah.
just super long legs. But yeah, it was really
Odd job.
sad because
Oh, you're
like
not allowed to.
there's so many licenses in the way of it getting released.
Which is, no, that's why it's an okay game to pirate. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not fun to play these days.
Oh god, no.
But, and I think there's like, they made a bunch of multiplayer maps. They remade the multiplayer maps and the guns in Source.
Yeah,
They made,
there's
like,
GoldenEye Source, yeah.
GoldenEye Source.
I think that cost money though.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, my brother was following that for ages, and that guy always congratulates you before you're even finished.
I know.
You fucking white privileged motherfucker with your goddamn farm and a rich fucking benefactor just telling you you're good for doing nothing.
Motherfuckers.
Fucking, yeah, you know.
Alright, I've sowed, I've fucking plowed, I've fucking...
When do we get to reap?
Yeah, when do I get to reap the benefits?
I want to harvest wheat. Oh yeah, we got wheat. We're not allowed to have potatoes yet. We got that fucking potato DLC. You have to invade the new world to get potatoes. That's where it's coming for DLC.
Alright, I'm returning your fucking thing.
From whence you came.
What's your next task? I swear if I have to go to that fucking field.
It's...
Hey, we reap generously.
fuck yeah.
Ah, yeah, fucking... Alright.
I feel like that guy's gonna make me marry his ugly, ugly daughter.
I've got $24,000. I'm pretty sure...
Like, his daughter just looks like John Candy.
Oh.
Not, like, fat either, so she's just, like, an otherwise okay body with just, like, this big John Candy head.
Alright, we're harvesting next time. Keep It Classy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know.